It's Scarlight here, and welcome to the final day of Blazing Storm versus the OU tier. Really rough yesterday, but we're definitely hopefully going to bounce back today. And without further ado, let the games begin. What we have here looks to be a pretty balanced team with Skarmory, Ting-Lu, Zamazenta, Weavile, Kalim, and Galarian Slowking. Master Threats, definitely the Ting-Lu, the Zamazenta, and the Kalim, I'll say, are the major three Master Threats here. We're going to lead off with Cannon predicting either Skarmory or the Ting-Lu. It is going to be the Ting-Lu, so we will just Steam Eruption here and hope we get the burn. Can't see the opponent setting up for the Stealth Rocks. But we have to wait and see what the opponent wants to do. As I'm just going to start the timer, maybe. Yeah, I'm just going to start the timer just in case and cut back if they decide to make a move. Into Galarian Slowking, which does a really good amount. Is it more offensive? We can go for the air power here. Barely miss out on the KO as they will go for the Sludge Bomb. Just go for Steam Eruption again, as they will go into Kiram. Okay, do we get the ban on the Kiram? No, we do not, unfortunately. Could be choice specs here with air power. So just go to Phoenix to scout. I hope they don't go for Draco Meteor. That's the most scary move I can think of at the moment. But yeah, again, some nice damage off on the Galarian Slowking, nice and early. Really good to see. And yeah, let's hope that continues. As we're just waiting on our opponents of what they would want to do. Could see them predicting this maybe back into Ting-Lu. Or back into Galarian Slowking. But Cannon's doing a lot of work, which is fantastic to see. Honestly, Kirito does look very good late game here. Cinder also looks phenomenal late game actually. If we get Ting-Lu a bit worn down, Cinder does have the potential to sweep, which is awesome to see. As we will go to Phoenix, they do go for the air power. I'm going to think they choose specs, as they do switch out, which does tell me that they definitely could be. Go back into Cannon and go for the air power again. If they want to switch out into Skarmory, that is okay, but we are pulling pressure on the opponent, which is fantastic. It seems very hard for our opponent to switch into Cannon, which is very good. I don't think they will stay in here. No, they do. They barely take a hit. And they do go for the kill reception back into Kiram. Now, I'm going to predict that they're going to Draco Meteor here. Or Scale Shot. So, it's a mixer. By the looks of it. So, we get the Flamethrower off, which does a good amount of damage. We'll go for the Flamethrower again, as they will opt to go for the air power. We do take the hit, and we get the KO on the Kiram, which is fantastic. Unfortunately, Cannon is a bit low, but Cannon can still be very helpful later on. As they will opt to go to Weavile, can see the knockoff here. As the knockoff does come out, do we get the Flame Body? No, we'll just stay in, go for the Flamethrower. Can we KO the Galarian Slowking? No, but we do get the burn. But we can KO it on the next turn, which we can just go for Will-O-Wisp here. Unless they just want let's go down. No, they do go into Ting-Lu. Should have went for Will-O-Wisp there. Will do next turn. So get the nice burn off, as they will opt to set up some layers of spikes, which does make sense. As they will opt to go for a Lunation now, we can just go for the Roost, as they will opt into Zamazenta. And they have the Stone Egg. Unfortunately for them, they missed. But yeah, getting that nice burn off, and we're just going to let Cannon go down here, because just how low we are. As they will opt to go for Stone Egg again. We can just go into Messi here. and go for the core change. As they will opt to stay in, we do take the hit thanks for the burn and put the spikes back on their side. Then we're just going to go into Mufasa. As they opt to go for close combat, we can just go for Dragon Dance here. As they will want to go into Skarmory, we will just go for the Flare Blitz. We do a lot of damage to the opponent, as they do just decide to set up the Stealth Fox. So we get a nice over KO here. And it's going to be very, very hard for the opponent to switch into Mufasa. As they will opt to go into Weavile, we can Morning Sun here. And unfortunately, they missed their triple axle. Very unfortunate for them, and they do forfeit, which I don't blame them. They had a bit of bad luck there. Again, it's a Pokemon, unfortunate, and let's go into the next one. Our next matchup here, pretty deadly team. Some of these Pokemon don't see too much around, but very, very scary with a Hooper Unbound, Great Tusk, Petulant, Kyurem again, Dolphin, and Regidrago. I'm going to lead off with Cannon. As they do lead off with Dolphin, just go for the Steam Rock in here. Break the Sturdy. Do we get the burn? No, they do have the Endeavor though. And the Shell Belt? Oh, it's level 1. That's so cool. I just noticed that. Wow. So we just go for Steam Rock again. Unfortunately, Cannon will go down. But that's so cool. We do get the burn, as they do want to set up the Stealth Fox. But that is such a cool, nice little tech there. As they will go into Kyurem, I will just go for Overheat here, as they do have the Scale Shot. So I'm just going to go into Moltres to see if they're mixed or just fully invested in attack. And we do see the Petulant. And we're definitely going to U-turn into Messy here. And go for the core change, so we don't need to worry about Stealth Fox, as they will get Toxic off a couple of times. But we can now just go into Cinder, go for the Substitute, and see what they will want to do. They do just go for the Parting Shot, which is fine. We can get off a nice Fairy Dance, as they will go for Psychic Noise and get the KO. Oh, this is such a tough game. And we can go into maybe Kirito here. Go for the Sword Dance and see how much damage we can do to the opponent. But the Great Tusk is a bit of an issue. And let's see what they will want to do. They do decide to just go straight for the knockoff. We can go for the Beyblade, get the KO, which is fantastic. As they will now bring in Petulant. They do not have an item, so we have to go for Shadow Sneak here, as they will Terra Water. Get the Toxic off. We have to go for Bitter Blade here. See how much we are doing, as they will just recover. Definitely want to save Kirito around, so we will just go into Messy here and go straight for the Electro Ball. Get some nice damage off, as they will opt to go for the Parting Shot. Into Great Tusk, we can always bring into Phoenix into this mon. They do go for the Rapid Spin. Unfortunately, do not get the Will-O-Wisp. And we have to go for Will-O-Wisp here. As they do bring back out Petulant. And then we have to go into our Messy here. So Petulant is such a massive threat. As they will opt to go to Great Tusk, we'll just go for the Flamethrower. As they will opt to go for the knockoff. I will tell a Fairy here, go for Dragon Dance, because I think Mufasa is definitely our last hope. And then go for another Dragon Dance again. We should take any other hit, as they do opt to go for the knockoff and go for another Headlong Rush, which is fine. We can just go for another Dragon Dance here. Go for the Breaking Swipe, and that does nothing. Oh, that's so unfortunate. And they get the Confusion off on us. And I think, yeah, that is game GG. Let's go into the next one. The next matchup here looks to be a Sticky Web team with Harambe, Porygon Z, Gamora, Roaring Moon, Goldango, and Zamazenta. So I'm just going straight lead off with Cinder. And no, they lead off with Glimmora, which is a massive threat. I am going to Terra Ground straight away. I do not want this Pokemon being a problem for us, as we do get the KO, which is fantastic. So that's one member down already. Unfortunately, we had to use our Terra up already though. Cinder can be very good for now. As they will go into Porygon Z, we just go into Cannon. Want to save our Iron Moth around, as they will just opt to go for the Ice Beam. I will just go for the Steam Eruption here, as they do reveal they do have Thunderbolt. And we get the KO, which is fantastic. We also do have Core Change, so we do not need to worry about Sticky Webs so much, as they will go into Roaring Moon, which is very scary. We could go into Phoenix here and scout what they want to do. They do stay in, they do go for the Dragon Dance, and we are in a tough spot. As they will opt to go for a knockoff. We do get the Wisp off. We definitely want to save Phoenix for the Zamazenta, so I'm just going to go back into Cannon, as they will opt to just go for the Acrobatics. We will go for the Air Power here, get some nice chip damage, as they will just opt to go for the Acrobatics again, get the KO on us, which is completely understandable. And so what's their last move? Is it Earthquake or is it Outrage? That's the scary part here, because we could always go into Mufasa. I think that's what we are going to do, and set up for our own Dragon Dance, because it could either be Earthquake or Outrage here. As it reveals to be Earthquake, which is fantastic for us. That still does a bit too much damage. So we are in a very rough spot at the moment. We can go into Phoenix. We can go for the Roost. I think they'll have to tell her to KO us with Acrobatics. No, they do not. Oh, we're in a very tough spot here. We can go into Cinderace and Messi, go for the U-turn. And yeah, this is really tough situation to be in, as they will just opt to go for the Earthquake and get the KO. We might have to go back into Cinder here, go for the Fiery Dance, Sludge Wave. And they get the quit too. We should have just went out with Cinder to begin with. And we are just left with Mufasa and Kirito. So I have to probably go Mufasa here, because in case the Wabombi comes out, there is a still chance for us to come back to. It is not over quite just yet, as they will go into Goldango. We can go for the Morning Sun here. We should be able to take a Shadow Ball, get the Morning Sun off, as they will reveal Telefairy. We do take it. Unfortunately, they get the Special Defense Drop, which really matters in this case. As they will opt to go for Shadow Ball again, we will just go for the Flare Blitz. And then, yeah, I think this is just game here, because Kirito can't... Wow, that did so much damage. So we might actually be able to catch up here. It all depends. So we do get rid of the Goldango, which is fantastic for us. As they will go Zamazenta, we have to go for Sword Dance here. As they will go for the Crunch, which does make sense. We have to go for the Bitter Blade here. And we get the quit, and we're back on Focus Sash range. Oh, that's awesome. Oh god, yeah, it was very lucky there. But that really just crushed up. It's very awesome to see. I just got oh yeah, that we can just go for 2 Shadow Sneaks now and just get the KO. As they revealed that they are Focus Sash, they will just go for the Psychic Noise, and then we can just go for another Shadow Sneak for the KO. And we do get another crit. Oh, so yeah, very, very close indeed. Surprised we came back from that. Massive threat, Roaring Moon. Massive, massive threat. And let's go into the next one. Here, and looks pretty scary with Gorgon Fire, Kingambit, Superior, Cresselia, Primarina, and Iron Treads. So I'm going to lead off with Cannon, predicting the Iron Treads lead, or we could also see the Primarina lead. Especially because our team's Mono Fire. Again, Kirito looks fantastic late game. Absolutely fantastic. Cinder also looks fantastic late game too. If we can wear down the Primarina quite a bit. As they will go off into Cresselia, which I did not see coming. But we can just keep going for Steam Eruptions. Just hope to get that nice burn. As they revealed the trick, and they trick us to Curie Scarf, which I'm not too mad about, to be honest. Especially when they're stuck with Assault Vest. They will go into Superior, which does take a large amount of damage, which is very, very good for us. We can just go to Cinder here, which I'm going to do. And as they will just go for the Glare, which is quite scary. We can go for the Sludge Wave, and as they go for the Light Screen, so luckily we did sub here, so we can go for the Sludge Wave, get a bit of damage off, as they will opt to go for the Dragon Dance. They are really wanting to KO our team, so we have to Teleground as they will just go for the Earthquake, and we get fully powered, which is so unfortunate for us. And we can go to Phoenix here, as they do opt to go for the Flare Blitz. We might have to go into Messy here and let it go down, as they will set up another Dragon Dance, which is very, very scary. We can go into our own move faster here. We already told. We go for the Breaking Sweep, get some nice damage off, as they will opt to go for the Earthquake again. This is where we can bring out Kirito here. It sucks that we have to bring out Kirito so early. I don't think we can win this. We do proc out Weakness Armor, which we're very thankful for. And we can now just go straight for the Poltergeist. And we don't get the KO. Oh, that's so unfortunate. They played super well there. GG, and let's go into the next one. So our next matchup, and this is so tough. We have Iron Crown, Roaring Moon, Iron Valiant, Ogerpon, Iron Moth, and they have the Grimmsnarl. So many massive threats. Nearly all the team is a massive threat. The Iron Moth with the Teleground, the Ogerpon, which we've struggled with countless times, the Roaring Moon as well. We're going to lead off with Cannon predicting the Grimmsnarl. We have to retain these Reflect and Light Screens. We do get the crit, which is amazing. Honestly, that's an amazing head start, as they will want to switch out into Ogerpon, which does make sense. I don't think they would go for the water move here, but I could also see them just go straight for the Swords Dance, which is very scary if they do that. We can always tell a Fairy. We have to go to Messy here, I think. Yep, and then off to go for the U-turn. Do some massive damage. Go into Cannon to take the Ivy Cordial. And then we'll have to go for Overheat here, as they do have the Power Whip and that instant KOs. So very scary at the moment, but we can go into Cinder and go for the Sludge Wave and get the KO. Awesome. We unfortunately lost a member there, but having Ogerpon down is fantastic for us, as they will go into Iron Crown, I guess, for the Telecutter. So we will go into Mufasa here, as they will actually opt to go for the Agility. Wow, we could have just Fairy Danced right there, and they will now go for the Telewater. This is so scary. But we are slowly breaking it, slowly but surely. As we will go for another Dragon Dance, and there we go, they revealed the store power to us. We have to go into Kirito here, and they do not have they don't have an item, unfortunately. So we have to go for Sword Dance here, and then we have to hope the Shadow Sneak can KO. But yes, just so many massive threats for this team to handle at this point. It's a bit unfortunate, but this could be the first team with our first negative win to loss ratio, which is going to be unfortunate if that's the case. Hopefully it's not, hopefully you can bounce back, but it's a very, very tough situation to be in at the moment. Again, did not expect the Telewater, honestly. Just so unfortunate to see. So unfortunate to see. Just gotta wait for the opponent to make a move. So we can go for Sword Dance, go for a couple of Shadow Sneaks, but then it can always just bring in Roaring Moon. As they will opt to go for the store power, we will go for the Shadow Sneak. And we barely miss out on the KO. We have to let Messi go down here and go for the Electro Ball. And now we have to bring in Cinder. We have to bring in Cinder. Cinder is definitely our only hope, I would say. I really want them to bring their own item off. No, they do just bring out the Grimmsnarl. And it does have Parting Shot too. So we might... I will just go for the sub here, as they do have the Taunt. So they will definitely set up Light Screen here. We do get the KO, which is fantastic. They bring out Roaring Moon. We have to go into Phoenix, as they will opt to go for Dragon Dance. We will have to go for the Will-O-Wisp here, unfortunately. But they surprisingly, while going just for pure setup, we can go for a couple of flamethrowers here. It's not going to do much, but that's okay, as they will go for the acrobatics, and that is still a 2-shot, unfortunately. So we can just, yeah, unfortunately right here, it's GG again, and let's go into the next one. Our next matchup here, and most likely our last match for today, we have Galarian Slowking, Zamazenta, Ogerpon again, Iron Val, Hatterene, and Garchomp. So many massive threats for us to deal with. Go lead off with Phoenix, predicting the Garchomp. The Garchomp does indeed come out, we can Will-O-Wisp it. But let's hope our last battles be the win, eh? We will try our best, and let's see how we do. As we do force a switch. Unfortunately, we miss our Will-O-Wisp there. We can just go for the U-turn into Cannon, which we will do. And we will just go straight into Cannon, as they will go for Kill Reception. They will bring back in Garchomp. We can just bring back in Phoenix, as they do want to set up the Stealth Fox, which does make sense. They are most likely going to start Dragon Tail. Nope. We can just go for the U-turn here again. In fact, I want to go for the Flamethrower, see who they want to go into, as they do just opt to go for the Trick, and Trick us the Choice Scarf. Oh, that really hurts. As we will just switch out here. We have to probably go into Messi and go for Corking, but unfortunately with Corking, Garchomp can still come in. So I need an opportunity to bring in Cinder. But yeah, again, a very, very tough matchup. It's been a tough matchup for the past couple of days, I would say. We can just go for the Core King here. See if they will want to go for the Earthquake. They do go for the Earthquake. Yeah, and then they're going to probably set up Stealth Rocks yet again. Which is unfortunate. Which is definitely unfortunate. Because we could go to Mufasa, which I think go to. And I need to start going on the offensive here. We need to start Dragon Dancing up. We need to tell Fairy, start Dragon Dancing up, and really make Mufasa a really massive threat. As they do bring in Tatooine, they might go for the Nuzzle here. No, we force in the Samba Center, which is fantastic for us. Because we can just keep going for Dragon Dance. As they will opt to go for the Roar. We can go for the Swords Dance here. Did not expect the Roar. Go for the Bitter Blade. See how much we are dealing. As they will bring back in Garchomp, which does make sense, especially if they are Rocky Helmet. Yes, they are. So unfortunately, Kalita goes down there. We can probably bring, I don't know who we could bring in now. We could bring back in Mufasa. Go for the Dragon Dance again. Because the defensive boost is now gone. For the Samba Center. But yeah, we're not giving up this match. I just hope we can come back. Go for the Flare Blitz. We do a lot of damage. Which is fantastic for us. We can just go for the Flamethrower here. Let us go down. We can bring back in Mufasa. Go for the Morning Sun. Because Mufasa is our only win condition. As they will opt to roll us out. We can go for the substitutes here. I don't think they would want to stay into Cinder. Could see them bringing in Garchomp. So, yeah, that's going to be very good for us. As they do bring in Galarian Slowking. So we'll go for the Fairy Dance here. We unfortunately do not get the Special Attack boost. Can we get it now? No, we do not. And the Focusite is definitely going to get rid of our substitute, which is unfortunate. But not this turn, so we can just go for the Fairy Dance again. And yeah, it's going to be very hard for them, as they have to tell us fire here, which is very interesting. They do go for the Crunch, and then the Focusite will KO us. And then we can bring in Mufasa here. I'm just going to go for the Dragon Dance in case they switch out. No, they did go for the War. We'll just go for the Flamethrower here. As they do have to go for the War again, we have to go for the Breaking Sweep, get the KO. And hope we have an opportunity to set up. As the Samba Center does go down. I wonder who to go bring in next. Definitely could see the Iron Valiant. That's I'm expecting to see. Could also see the Ogerpon. So two very scary mons we could potentially see. But Mufasa is still hanging on. Still really good HP. And I think we do have a good chance to win with Mufasa. So hopefully we do. Hopefully we can end this game with a W. Hopefully we can. If not, it's unfortunate. It's just been a rough week for Blazing Storm. Really good early start. Just really hard. Fell off late. And I'll get into the reasons why I think that in our performance video tomorrow. But I'm still happy with the team as a whole. I'm still happy with the changes. Again, I would definitely consider Terra Flying on some of these mons too, as they do just go into Iron Val. They do go for the Moonblast. Luckily, we are special defensive. We will just go for the Morning Sun here. I just really gotta hope they're not Encore. Just remembered about Encore. So if they're not, Mufasa could give us the victory here, which will be really, really nice to see. As they will opt to go for the Moonblast again, we do get into nice heal range. And yeah, the opponents go really struggle if they can't do anything against Mufasa, because we should be faster after this Dragon Dance. And then there's no reason not to keep Dragon Dancing to like 2.5, I'll say. As they will go for the Moonblast again, we can just go for the Morning Sun now. As they will go into Guard Jump onto the Morning Sun, which is fantastic for us. And they forfeit. Mufasa really carried for us that game. Nice to see the bulk. Nice to get a last W for the team. And yeah, with all that said, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll show you the results tomorrow. And more importantly, enjoy the rest of your day.